and we just need to get your vehicles moved in a different position to let other people out. Thank you again for your patience, and we're very, very sorry about this. It's not your fault, but unfortunately we do have to move these vehicles. Thank you very much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Kingdom of Chaos, as it's known here in the commentary point. The first vehicles to have come into the arena now, this is a display of World War II soft skid vehicles. Soft skid means it's not armoured, it's a soft skid vehicle. And the first vehicle coming down is a wonderful combination. It's a Diamond Team Wrecker, prime mover, and it's actually towing a Rogers trailer, 20-ton trailer, a 40-ton trailer. And this, especially in the Western Desert, this was the main way the British Army moved tanks in the Western Desert. Later on, in Northwest Europe, again, this was the method of moving tanks to the front or taking the wrecks away from the damaged tanks. It's Diamond T Wrecker, Bristol, I think it's a Hercules engine, but that's the Diamond T and the 20-ton trailer. The next vehicle is a Scammell Explorer, a Scammell Pioneer. This was a semi-tractor, as is the third vehicle along, which has got the word recovery. Before the Diamond T came into service, this was the main vehicle used in the Western Desert by the British Army. As you can see, when you're loading a tank onto a ramp like that and the angle is down, it's not very good. The board drivers couldn't see very much, and it wasn't very good if you were the guy guiding them. But these were replaced by the Diamond T because they couldn't carry Shermans. They could have pushed, but they couldn't carry Shermans really. And it shows you how old I am. I drove one of them when I was in the army. That's another matter. And then following that we have another Diamond T, prime mover. Very lovely vehicles these, but they're only about 1 or 2 to the gallon. Whether they're diesel, I think originally they were petrol. Yet another beautiful Diamond T. Super vehicles. They were so good that they were used after the war. All the garages bought them up for heavy recovery. To my undying shame, I don't know I don't know motorcycles very well, so I can't tell you exactly what make that bike is, but I'll find out. And then it's followed by Hillman Tilley, and these little 3/4 ton utility vehicles were built by Hillman, Morris, Austin. There was lots and lots of them. Very, very popular little vehicles. Then it's followed by a Jeep, which has been converted into carrying stretchers. I wouldn't fancy being injured and carried on the top of those stretchers, would you? And then, of course, we have the, I think it's Bob Fenton's Austin K2 ambulance. Very famous vehicle, especially for the film Ice Cold in Alex, but a very, very popular vehicle to be to own as a Second World War military vehicle. Then the ambulance is followed by some Jeeps. I won't go into the details of them, and then a German motorcycle combination. And then there's a vehicle just driven past me, which I should know. It's very, very rare, and it's probably a Danish truck. I'm not 100% sure. And then we have I think that's Ford truck. The last time I saw these anywhere was in Egypt in the 1980s. Past the commentary point now is a Federal prime mover, and this would be used for 40-foot trailers, tank transport trailers, things like that. Then right behind that is the famous GMC CCKW, then followed by a Jeep, and then an aerial. I know that because it's got written on the bonnet. So now we have the first vehicle through again, which was our Diamond T and the Rogers trailer, and then the Scammell Scaffold Pioneer. That particular vehicle was a prime movable trailers, just like the one we're passing now, but that one's been converted with heavy weights on the back and again I love these vehicles, these particular scaffolds, apart from the fact that I drove one when I was in the mob. I made the Airfix kit like we all did in the 60s and 70s. And then the outcasts with the diamond T, following up behind the scaffold Pioneer. These vehicles were they weren't difficult to drive, but they were so bad that every 6 months I had to have a new change of boots, because I had to press the clutch so often it wore the left boot out, it wore the sole out of the left boot. Maximum speed about 25 mile an hour. Boy, driving through the Mersey tunnel was bloody murder. Another Diamond T, floating past us, and looking at that registration of 116 Young, reminds me I've not had my lunch yet. Now we have a Hillman Utility, a Ute, very popular vehicles, very popular vehicles, with an open top back on. But of course not many survived because they were so useful after the war that they were very quickly used up and worn out. I noticed our Jeep carrying the stretchers also have their Ukrainian flags, Salve Ukraina. If you know any Ukrainian, you know what that means. We have 2 motorcycles, the aerial, and I'm not sure what the German one. Then we have our Austin K2, followed by a Jeep. 2 Jeeps, one Jeep in American markings, the other is a British Army camouflage. In fact, it's a Canadian Army Jeep, followed by a US Army Jeep with a very loud siren. You can do with one up here. Second Jeep, and then our Fordson Watt 3. Rarest rocking horse poo, that vehicle, a lovely piece of kit, a typical British Army vehicle, a British Royal Air Force vehicle, not Australian. And then we have an Australian Fordson, a Ute. There's actually, if you go into out into the outback in Australia, you go into these yards, you'll find loads of those, all just red rusty, scrapped everywhere. And then everybody's favourite, the the Leyland Hippo. This is a particular 6-wheel version. There was a version with the Hippo where the rear wheels were actually 2 tyres on each rear wheel, so in fact it was 2468. It's a 10-wheel vehicle. And then we have a Jeep of the Army photographic unit. So all the old black and white we have at the moment, never mind the Jeep going past, we have a very rare Fire Brigade Bentley QL. This is a very original vehicle, and in the back of the vehicle you can see the Coventry Climax water pumps that these vehicles carry. That's a very original vehicle indeed, one of the most original vehicles on the circuit. Then it's followed by the Federal Prime Mover. There's a man